welcome to IAS Setu YouTube channel. Now here, today is 4th October and here prelims exam. We have our GS exam. Now here what I will do, I take question of geography, ecology and map location based questions. Okay, I take in 3 part, 10 question, around 28 question from that area. So I take 10, 8. Now here one thing is, some student they keep on asking me like only NCERT will be sufficient. Have you seen that paper? NCERT से तो ना होने का है. Okay, so here don't have illusion that NCERT alone will help you. And even I tell you, there are many information from current affair. One statement from current affair, other statement conceptual question has been asked. So now here, welcome to IAS Setu. So now we will see question. Now here maybe question number may differ according to your set. Some of you maybe have D, A, B, C set. So here this is what are the advantages of fertigation in agriculture. So this is a technology, fertigation. One is controlling the alkalinity of irrigation water is possible. Efficient application of rock phosphate and all other phosphatic fertilizer is possible. Increased availability of nutrient to plant is possible. Reduction in the leaching of chemical nutrient is possible. So out of this, statement number 2 is wrong. So elimination technique, our answer is C, 1, 3, 4. And I tell you, this elimination technique is really wonderful. Every around 12, 13 question, if you eliminate only one statement, you get answer. So they talk about rock phosphate. So I tell you the solution here. Question number 1. So here 2 wrong. So that's why answer is 1, 3, 4, code given below. Now here this is phosphatic rock cannot be used as a fertilizer because it is insoluble, but it can be used to make fertilizers. Okay. So here phosphate rock cannot be used as a fertilizer. So here it cannot be used as a fertilizer. So that's why statement 2 is wrong. So here answer 1, 3, 4. And otherwise all other statements are correct. Yes, controlling the alkalinity, increase availability of nutrient. Yes, reduction in the leaching of chemical nutrient is possible. Yes, with the help of this fertigation. Next question, consider the following mineral: bentonite, chromite, kyanite, sillimanite. In India, which of the above is are officially designated as major mineral? We have 2 type of mineral, major and minor. I will tell you, I give you one table from the authentic source, 1 and 2 only, 4, 1 and 3, 2, 3, 4. This is not major. The answer is D, 2, 3, 4 only. See, this bentonite is minor. Now here, as per Government of India notification 423 dated, this bentonite has been declared as minor mineral. So here you can see this list of the mineral used in the like this. We have major mineral, where we have fuel mineral, other major mineral, metallic, non-metallic. All these are major mineral. After that we have minor mineral, bentonite. So this is minor, otherwise the rest are major mineral. Like here this is kyanite. Now next is like here we have one this sillimanite. Okay, so here you get your answer. I accept that one. So here I repeat. So here this bentonite is a minor, otherwise we have major. So answer is D, 2, 3, 4 only. Next, with reference to ocean mean temperature, which of the following statement is are correct? So here what you will find here, out of this there is one statement from Hindu newspaper as it is. OMT is measured up to a depth of 26 centigrade isotherm, very correct, which is 129 meter in the southwestern Indian Ocean during this. So here this statement is wrong. Average it is 59 meter. In Hindu newspaper it is mentioned that OMT collected during January-March can be used in assessing whether the amount of the rainfall in monsoon will be less or more. Yes, OMT help us to observe like what will the monsoon ज़्यादा होगा या कम होगा, it help us. So here 2 only. Question number 3 B, 2 only. So I tell you, this is source Hindu. The SST is restricted to a few millimeter of the top layer, is largely influenced by the strong wind, evaporation, thick layer. In the contrast, OMT, which is measured up to a depth of 26 degrees centigrade isotherm, is more stable and consistent, and the spatial spread is also less. 26 degree centigrade isotherm is seen as the depth varying from 50 to 100. During January to March, the mean 26 degree isotherm depth in the southwestern Indian Ocean is 59 meter. So it is 59 meter, but it is mentioned 129 meter. That statement wrong. So answer is B, 2 only. Statement number 2. Next is with reference to the chemical fertilizer in India, consider the following statement. First statement, at present the retail price of chemical fertilizer is market driven and not administered by the government. See, it is wrong. It is administered by the government actually. Okay, so one is wrong. Ammonia, which is an input of urea, is produced from natural gas, correct. See, one is wrong, two is automatically correct. Work on answer option. If three is correct, B, otherwise C. Sulfur, which is a raw material from the phosphoric and fertilizer, is a byproduct of oil refinery. Which of the statement given over correct? Yes, third statement is also correct. Answer B. Answer B. See here, this fertilizer, chemical fertilizer price are administered by government. Yes. In order to ensure availability and the sale of good quality of fertilizer at the right price and the quantity, the Government of India under Section 3 of ECA Fertilizer Control Order 1985 has been promulgated. It regulates the trade, price, quantity, distribution of fertilizer. Specification of the fertilizer is prescribed in the said order. No person shall himself or buy and any other person or in his behalf manufacture, import for sale, sell, offer for sale, stock or exhibit or sale or distribute any fertilizer which is not of prescribed standard. Okay, so here it is administered by government. Petroleum refineries and the gas processing plant exert H2S when making clean fuel and use it as a feedstock to produce sulfur and water. The domestic production of the elemental sulfur is limited to byproduct and recovery from the petroleum refinery and fuel oil used as a feedstock for the manufacturing fertilizer. So this statement is correct. So answer B. Here answer B, 2 and 3 both statement correct. One is wrong because it is the price of chemical fertilizer administered by government. Next, question number 5, with reference to India's desert national park we have in Jaisalmer. Which of the following statement is correct? It is spread over 2 districts. Yes, Jaisalmer and Barmer. There is no human, no, there is a habitation, and in that national park we have the low human density that we will see. This is one of the natural habitat of great Indian mustard. Yes, 3 is correct, 2 is wrong. If you eliminate 2, there is only one answer option, you left with 1 and 3 only. Answer C, elimination technique. Yes, there is a population. How come like there is no population? Yes, there is a population, no human habitation inside the park. Yes, in national park there is population we have. So answer C. The district of Jaisalmer Barmer, one thing, human population within the national park is low, 4 to 5% per square kilometer. It is very low, 4 to 5% per square kilometer. Statement 3 is correct. So answer C. So answer C, 1 and 3 only. 2 is wrong. 2 is wrong. Elimination technique. See here, this is the 5th question. Twice elimination technique has worked. So I tell you around 15 question also this one statement you eliminate, you get your answer. Next is Siachen Glacier is situated to north of Nubra Valley. Here we have Nubra Valley. Here we have Siachen Glacier. See, this is Nubra Valley. This side we have Siachen Glacier. Nubra Valley. Shyok. This is Indus. There is a tributary of Indus is Shyok. Shyok tributary of Nubra. After your selection in Bharat Darshan, you will get chance to visit the Nubra Valley. Wonderful. वहाँ पे ना ऊँट जो होते हैं उनके 2 कुब्बड़ बने होते हैं. Okay, you will enjoy that. North of that we have Siachen Glacier. Next is question number 7. With reference to the history of India, consider the following pair. Famous place. Bhilsa, Madhya Pradesh. This is correct. This Girinagar, Gujarat, correct. So 1 and 3 only. Thaneswar, UP. See here, there is one place Thaneswar which is religious, and that is in Kurukshetra we have. Okay, so here Girinagar, there is a confusion about Girinagar. It is given in Bangalore, but that is a locality named after V.V. Giri, okay, former president. But here this Girinagar is Gujarat. Girnar is known as Girinagar. गिरनार जो है वो गिरिनगर, उसका नाम गिरिनगर भी है. So here I take answer A. This is this one and this one, or it depend. Okay, so it can be 1 and 4 also. So might be B, but here from my side I give answer A, but there is a confusion about B, but still I say 1. Thaneswar, that is Kurukshetra, Haryana. Next is consider the following statement. 36% of India's districts are classified as overexploited or critical. See the statement, 36% of Indian districts. It is from newspaper. Okay, only one statement. CGWA was formed under the Environment Protection General statement, and that is correct. India has the largest area under groundwater irrigation in the world? Yes. So 1 is wrong. So 2 and 3 only. 1 is wrong. We will see how come. Source news, according to an industry, Hindustan Times, I think, that newspaper, about 20,000 applications when fall in the exploited, overexploited critical, semi-critical block, representing 36% of 3881 underground assessment units. It is 36% of the units, he said. 36% distinctly 36% of the units, it is mentioned that, or it is nearly 21 or 22% of the district actually. 39 million hectares, 67% of its total irrigation. India has the world largest underground well equipped irrigation system. China दूसरे नंबर पे 29 million hectare, USA is in third, 17 million hectare. So India like 39 million hectare. So here we overexploit groundwater. That is the point here. Question number 8. Question number 8, first statement is wrong. In any case, 2 and 3 only. Question number 9, consider the following statement. Jet stream occur in the northern hemisphere only. This type of statement, like here we know only and all. 1 is wrong. 1 is wrong. This 2 correct. So we have to check 3 only. Only some cyclone develop an eye. See, tropical cyclone have eye, temperate cyclone are not having any eye, where we get front cold front, warm front, cold air mass, warm air mass. So here we don't have any eye there. We'll be explaining in detail what is the process of tropical cyclone, temperate cyclone, but here only some cyclone develop eye. 2 is correct. 3, the temperature inside the eye of cyclone is nearly 10% centigrade lesser than that of surrounding. It is not lesser, it is higher actually. 3 is wrong. So answer C, 2 only. Question number 9, answer C. Temperature at the center of tropical cyclone are some 5.5 centigrade, 10 Fahrenheit higher than in the other region of the storm, because warmer air can hold. So here this eye as compared to surrounding, it is warmer. More moisture, so warm air can hold more moisture. Before condensation occur, the eye of the cyclone is generally free of cloud. So here, see what happened when we have cyclone. Here we have rainfall, like here winds are there. When eye come, we get a calm condition. Then again we have rainfall and all. So here it is free of cloud because of the warmer. So here it is warmer. So it is given lesser. No, it is wrong. 3 is wrong. So answer is 2 only. Question number 9. Answer is C. Question number 10. Among the following tiger reserve, which has the largest area under critical tiger habitat? Corbett, Ranthambore, Nagarjun Sagar, Srisailam, Sundarban. Some students, they get confused about Sundarban because it is very large area, but as a biosphere reserve, but not for that critical tiger habitat. Answer is C. Nagarjun Sagar, Srisailam. I give you information. Corbett 821.99 square kilometer, Ranthambore 1113.36 square kilometer, Nagarjun Sagar Srisailam 2595.72 square kilometer. This is the largest area. Sundarban only 1699.62 square kilometer. So here we will take more question. So just subscribe to this channel and just share this video with your friend. Thank you very much.